Year's 2005, and we're going to talk about Lord of War. My name is Brian Lee. To my right-hand side is...
Christopher Lee.
To my left-hand side...
Bran.
All right. Yep. Gazoon time.
Their child is starting to walk. I'm
Yes.
guessing it's
Yes.
So the granddad's like, that's my grandson. He's got the Jewish accent. It's
Yes.
so great.
Right.
He's like, that's my grandson. And then his wife is like, oh, you got to come see this. And he's like, it's like, oh, that's great, but the Soviet Union's collapsing.
Right.
He's like, Gorbachev's on TV, and they all come in, and the parents are just. They're like, oh my god, this is amazing. The wife really, she gets it. She understands. She is like, oh, celebrating it too, but it doesn't really hit her,
Right?
Yeah.
The way it hits him and the way it hits the parents. Like, I'm really happy they did that because it was a huge thing in history, not just U.S. history. It's a world history thing. I'm really happy. I think it's my history nerd coming out in me that they like made it such a huge deal at this point. I'm like, that's awesome. Like they didn't have to. They could have glossed over, and I was happy about that. So, but what that was a turning point for him because his uncle was a general in the Soviet army in Ukraine.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is where he had his ticket because there was a lot of ammunition dumps in Ukraine.
Right.
Because of the Soviets just stockpiled.
Right. They don't need those guns anymore.
Exactly. And I actually Googled this to see if this was a real thing, and it was. Like I think it was tens of millions of guns and ammunition was stolen out of Ukraine and distributed to the world. And it wasn't just Ukraine. It was a lot of the eastern border countries that had once the Soviet Union collapsed, a lot of the stuff was stolen and sold mostly into Africa. So it was actually a true thing that happened. And I got deeper into it. And this wasn't really based off of a true story, but if it was, there was actually a guy that this could have been based off of, from what I understand. I didn't go crazy deep, but I got a couple links here and there. And how was I going with that?
I don't know.
I coughed and I just lost everything.
Amnesia cough.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. But that was
basically Nicolas Cage's character is a composite of 5 real arms dealers.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember when I was reading, it said like not based off a true story, but it was like a but thing or the article I read.
Right.
Like based on true events.
True event type thing. Which I remember it being. It was I was in a political science course in college, and I remember it was like the second. It was one of the early days, and then the first thing we talked about was
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage, yeah, that was small arms and ammunition, and I remember the professor was saying like, out of everything out there, nuclear weapons, like everything, small arms and ammunition is the worst thing that's ever happened to the world because it's one of the easiest things to get into a country and to spread among mostly poor areas. They're saying it's like if there were he actually said if there's one thing that the whole world should fight against is the illegal sale and trade of small arms and ammunition. Right. Like the number, I can't remember the numbers that was said. I'm sure I have some notes that I packed away somewhere.
Right.
But I remember it being ridiculous in the tens of millions sold or traded annually throughout these countries. Right. It's unbelievable. And then watching, like I said, I've never seen it. So watching this kind of brought all that back. Yeah. And I'm like, and then seeing it was just like this it happens.
Right.
Like this wasn't just a movie. Like this happens. That's why I Googled if this movie changed anything. And I didn't get anything. Of course not. It's money. There's money involved. Yeah. So how's that going to change anything?
That's what I want.
Yeah. That's what I want.
Well, according to the writer and director Andrew Niccol, the filmmakers worked with actual gun runners in the making of this film.
Wow.
The tanks that were lined up for sale were real, and they belonged to a Czech arms dealer who had to have them back to sell to another country. They used a stockpile of real 3,000 AK-47s because it's cheaper than getting prop guns.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, it's because it's super cheap. I remember that too. Yeah, like, the selling of small arms is one of the cheapest things to buy.
When Nick Cage is like thanking his uncle and like he like shows him the car, does he say more VCRs and cigarettes?
Yeah.
Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Yeah.
Multiple VCRs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's what, early 90s right now? I think it was 92, 91? Was between 91 and 93. I can't remember the exact date when the Soviet Union fell. 91 and 93. Somewhere around there is when it fell. But that's when, like
it's not 90. It's not 93.
All that kind of stuff was big then. Like the Soviet, they didn't, the bread lines and all that kind of stuff that you just didn't have. You had your voucher for your things. So VCRs.
Uncle gets blown up.
I felt so bad when he's like, "It's my luckiest day of my life."
Yeah.
He gets in the car.
Boom.
Boom.
Now I was that the other arms dealer did that?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I didn't know who did it because I must have missed something. But I'm like, why did his car blow up? But I just kind of put two and two together.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's got to be the other arms dealer that Nick Cage is kind of competing with at this time that did that to him. So, did that dry up Nick Cage's Soviet guns because his uncle wasn't there anymore? Or was he? I don't know, because he kind of was still selling to Africa. But he kind of also mentioned this time where he was like now the #1 arms dealer.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, it's fine. So let's see. His uncle dies.
Right.
Now that he's in Africa more.
Yes.
He's selling more to Africa, Liberia, Sierra Leone later in the movie.
Yeah.
Like the Liberia stuff is crazy. It's not fake. It's not fake. That stuff happened. Like
that's like I'm shitting money thing ever. And if I ever have money, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fucking have a Cadillac convertible with a fucking gold AK-47 and two girls dressed up as Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
You have to shoot at the neighborhood.
And he's shooting it upward just
while
like,
driving.
When they were driving down that one street and like the what, I don't even know where they were. They just start shooting at the shacks.
Right.
And the people are running into their houses.
Right.
I'm just like, jeez. And
No, isn't that later when they have the rampage?
yeah, but
That's
still,
later.
it's like Jesus. Like how could a person do that? Like a person, like they have to be insane. Like I can't picture myself driving down the street and just shooting at houses. I just can't pick, even if there was like the government just was destroyed. Like there's no more U.S. government.
If it's the purge, basically.
I still can't see myself doing something like that. I mean, it's not, maybe if it really did happen and my mindset was like, I have to like survive, maybe then, but right now it's like,
also, so
people are crazy.
yes, cray. So yeah, because the guy like shooting the gun, that's like the president of Liberia. That's
President's
that's
son.
the son.
Yeah.
And then he meets the president of Liberia.
He's American educated too.
What do they say?
The president of Liberia, American educated.
Yes.
Wait,
Yep.
the president or his son?
The president.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And I believe that was, if I remember correctly, 'cause I recognize the name, I believe that really was the name.
You would think they would.
Was the president of Liberia.
But as a like welcoming president, like he has like the two girls waiting for him in his room. But here's my question. And so when he gets to the shitty hotel and he opens the door, like the girls are there on his bed dancing. How long do you think they were there just like dancing? Right.
I hope at least a day.
He's got to come in one of these days.
And then when he kicked him out, they're both like, "Thank God, we're so tired from dancing."
So tired of dancing.
My hamstrings are killing me.
Yeah, but I thought that. I mean, there was a serious like. I feel a burp coming. There was a serious whatever that word is at that part.
Giraffe.
Yes.
Serious giraffe.
Yeah, but I thought it was kind of funny.
Giraffe.
Where Nick Cage is like, I don't want AIDS. I don't want AIDS. I don't want AIDS.
Yeah, because he said like 1 in every 4 people have AIDS.
Yeah, and he's like, and there's like, how can we make you happy? And I'm thinking in my head, I'm just thinking, by not giving me AIDS. And he kicks them out and everything, so they're out. And they both, and that, it was very telling when they're like, oh, and then he's like, oh, I can't. And then the one's like, oh, we're clean. She jumps right to that.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, yeah, good job, Nick. Get him out of there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that all happens.
The scene where they're...
Oh, this scene, the hotel scene. So when he walks in and the hotel guys are watching TV, OJ.
OJ.
I was like, OJ.
Yeah. Don't squeeze the juice, man.
It was great. Oh man. I remember junior high when the verdict came out and I'm leaving class and one of the gym teachers is running down the hallway. The guy must have been in his 60s. He's after the verdict just hit. He's finished going, turn loose the juice. He's like so happy that OJ he was proven innocent. Oh God, I'll never forget it. It was hilarious.
I remember. I mean, because the case went on for a while, right?
Yeah,
so I remember we were still in Brookfield at the time, and my mom was running a daycare, and like, I mean, fuck, I was in 2nd or 3rd grade, and one of the kids' parents were there, and I'm talking to one of the parents. I'm like, do you think OJ did it? I'm like,
yeah.
Who the fuck's this creepy little kid? It was
the thing.
It was the only thing.
Yes,
that's what that's what like when you read about like history at that point in time. It's just like that was the only that's all that was on the news because that was pretty much all that was going on.
When you really think about it, there was no internet at the time. I mean, I think there was the beginnings
in the scientific community. There was, but not. Well, I remember not in the public.
I remember going on the internet in '93 because my uncle. I wasn't fancy. My uncle was a big computer nerd at the time,
right?
And so he had access to it. And I remember being like 8, 9 years old and going on a computer and playing like a game, like 20 questions or like whatever with like other people that were on it. And all it was, there were no like websites for companies. You were just on this like page and it was just people talking almost like
just BBS's and shit like that.
Yeah, like remember like the AOL Instant the messenger thing, but it was a page. It wasn't well, it wasn't the AIM part yet. It was just an actual page, a chat page.
Yeah,
that's when I was
ASL.
in.
But yeah, I mean that OJ thing. I mean that was like the start of reality TV, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The Bronco was what started it.
Yeah.
It was that Bronco. Man, that was insane. The juice is loose. I'll never forget it. He called everyone mouth.
When they steal the plane, or no, they don't steal the plane. They're just flying the plane.
Yeah,
and Ethan Hawke, who is everywhere.
Yeah, very much so.
He's
I like Ethan Hawke.
He's all right. His mannerisms really reminded me of Tom Cruise in this movie.
Yes. I agree. I agree.
So when they're like, oh, we're gonna fucking land on this like road,
dirt road.
Yeah.
Who sets a baby in the middle of the road?
I don't know.
My note is, why is there a baby sitting in the middle of the road?
Because movie. It was stupid. I didn't like that. I just thought it was dumb. I agree with both of you. If we're on the same page. If we're not, I don't agree.
It's also at this point where, because he lands the airplane in like the middle of Sierra Leone, I think.
Yeah.
And Nick Cage basically encourages all the locals to come and grab all the guns and all the weapons.
They were more than willing to grab everything.
Yes.
Not
it's basically Nick Cage going, guns, grenades, hooray! Guns, grenades, hooray!
It was Supermarket Sweep.
Yes.
Yeah,
with
pretty
guns.
much.
Which is on Amazon Prime.
Yes, it is. The Supermarket Sweep. You got the Zinger bonus. All right. You got the oversized teddy bear. That's $100.
I only watched that on
Better
TV.
tartar with smarter makes you think that you should go with a Colgate.
I remember watching that on my Zenith TV I had when I was a kid.
I used to watch it.
When I was a kid.
When it was on PAX.
Oh, there you go.
Channel 38.
Yeah. Pack.
All right. A little too smiley.
Yeah. Back in the day, they all were smiley. It seems like back in the day.
Time.
It was an innocent time.
There
it is.
Coked up soccer.
Yeah, he goes on a big drunk trip.
Once we get to, okay. So was that before or after his wife was painting the coked up soccer?
Yeah. That was after.
It was after the painting?
Yeah, because he's like, someone finally bought one of my paintings.
Cool.
Yeah, because she doesn't have any modeling jobs and she can't get any acting jobs because she's not good.
Yeah, I didn't want to jump too far ahead. Okay, is that where we're at right now?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Because I really can't remember. It went from that, and then so he gives all the guns and everything away to people, and then Interpol ends up showing up, and the guy's like, okay, and Nick Cage is like, you don't have me on anything because there's nothing here. And so that's when he's like, yeah, but I can detain you for 24 hours. So he leaves Nick Cage in the middle of the African desert or whatever for 24 hours. And when the plane's there, they do like a fast
time
lapse of just people coming and tearing down.
You mask yourself? They should have played that song.
Very nice.
That's what they always play, like when it's fast. I hate the talking heads, dude. Seriously.
Well, you should tell them. Tweet them. Yes. So the plane gets torn down, and the next
in 24
hours. Yeah. So Interpol comes back, lets him loose, and then he ends up back at he's back in America now, or something. Or
all I know is that at one point he's at the bar. And he does a brown.
Yes.
Which is cocaine and
is that before the painting or after? I want to get the painting.
It's after the 24 hours.
Okay, cool.
When you were in, where the fuck were you? What was the snuff thing or whatever that you...
When I went to Europe.
Yeah.
That was Austria or... Yeah, I think that was Austria.
But like
that's the first time I did.
But like, what was it? Like, it was.
It's just a kind of tobacco.
Oh,
it's nothing crazy.
Snuff?
Right.
Wait, snuff?
You like basically like flick it into your nose, but it's like a kind of tobacco.
That's great. Like, I would not be good at that. If you had to flick it into your nose, like, ow, this shit hurts. I don't want to do that. Why would someone want to do that?
Because I think in Europe, if I remember correctly, like you just put like in like this little like.
It scared me. I don't like this.
You ever had the old poke in your eye?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this sucks.
Yeah, just
the old punch in the dick.
Yeah, if you're gonna give me something, give me a can, bottle, or paper form. I don't want to like have to do things with it. I want it ready for
the old
me.
Syringy shoot.
Yeah.
Just syringe in the eye.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and that really doesn't. You know,
freak.
After you say that, it doesn't affect me after my LASIK. It just doesn't. I had my fucking eyelids cut open. I was awake through the whole thing. They sliced it. I smelled the burning eyeball. They push it down. I leave and
push what down?
You have to cut a flap up. They cut the top of your eye up. So there's a flap. And they kind of use a laser to burn it down, and they put the flap back down. Well, when I left, the flap popped back up. So I had to force it.
Like a Tom and Jerry cartoon.
Yes. Exactly. So I had to force my flap back down, go back 2 days later because the guy wasn't there. He had to redo the whole thing and put the flap back down originally. Yeah. So don't get LASIK.
Was this like a legit doctor? You feel like this wasn't like Bill's House of Eye Surgery?
This was I looked because the laser machine they used was the most recent, or like was the best you can get in Illinois. Most modern you can get. And that's what I wanted. I wanted the most modern one.
You aren't wearing glasses though.
I'm not. And I probably won't need any glasses until I need reading glasses when I'm older. Because no matter.
Yes.
Dude, I can't wait.
Dude, and you'll always have them down here.
Dude, I want reading glasses. I want
around the neck.
And I want a cane. because
That's Kane. It's gotta be Kane.
I just want to.
And you're ready to get one with like the rear view mirror and the horn on it.
Yeah, well, because I want it. That way, when people are in my way, I can whack them with it. But people will just be like, "Oh, he's old. He doesn't understand what's happening." That's what
Looking for my wife.
Exactly. I don't even have a wife. And I was like, "Oh, where's my wife?"
My wife, my family.
What's the Ric Flair sound?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, shit.
It's Ric Flair, everyone.
Woo!
Oh man, I can't stand him. So he bought her painting, and he buys multiple of her paintings.
Does he?
I think so.
They just showed the one.
They showed the one, but there was a time where it seemed like because remember he had another painting later in the movie where he took out.
Right.
So he had multiple of her paintings. So it seems like he was buying more. They didn't say he was, but it kind of like alludes to the fact. You like that?
Alludes?
Yeah, alludes. Yeah, I'm smart. So doing the paintings, and right now all I have written down is this is kind of a depressing movie.
Yeah, it was around this point where I had two thoughts. This movie is very long, or at least feels very long.
It
goes by at a decent pace.
But there is definitely parts that didn't need to be in the movie. I think it has to be like an early 2000s thing where movies needed to be 2 hours.
Well, so far that's a very Nick Cage movie thing.
Yeah,
right.
because coming soon, his movies start getting shorter. So I don't know if this is a time thing. Or no, I looked it up. I was getting a little salty.
Right.
And so I think his upcomings are more like an hour 40, hour 30, around there.
That's good.
So I think this was the last 2 hour one for maybe not, I don't know for how long, but at least for a bit.
Good.
So I don't know if this was an early 2000s thing where they thought these needed to be so long, but it's just like, we understand that he sells guns and tanks and everything. Let's kind of let's get going.
Yeah.
Let's get going with the movie. That's why I'm like, okay, the painting's great. And then, then after the painting, it goes back to him selling again. Now he's starting to have a relationship with the president of Liberia.
Yes.
Right.
That's where this kind of is. Andre, yes. The guy who's
Andre 3000.
Andre 3000.
1, 2, 3, go.
My baby don't mess around. And then there's more that I haven't heard the song forever. Yeah. Yeah, then
No.
all right. And he says that a bunch of times. So where was I? He does say all right. Don't look at me like he doesn't say it. He's turning it to me.
When Ethan Hawke goes to visit his wife, and questions him. Questions her.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, your husband's doing bad things, blah, blah, blah. And then I think that's when she starts to find out, he's doing bad things.
Yeah.
Well, okay, hold on. So when so when Nick Cage comes home and she's like sitting like naked on like the end of the bed, the clothes, I can't wear them. The jewelry, it's all like dirty.
It's all dirty or
it's
whatever.
all dirty. It's like the most melodramatic thing ever.
She knew he was doing something dirty.
Right.
Yeah. The whole angle they had with her of her like the time where like she followed him
right
to that thing.
Yeah.
To see like, oh, this is where his stash is.
Yeah.
That kind of almost was just like made me like be like, this is getting stupid because like that she knew, like I couldn't say you can kind of like, okay, I thought that throughout it like that she had an idea that he wasn't in whatever he said he was.
Yeah, well, that's what I was curious is what did she think he did?
He said that he was it transporting or something?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so she's wearing earrings that cost $10,000 from a transport guy. No, because it sounds like almost what he did was like import export.
Right.
That's what it sounded like. You're not buying somebody $15,000.
Yeah. And then like a scene later, she's like, oh, you need to quit this. And he's like, oh, it's not even about the money. You know, it's what I'm good at. And she goes, you know, blah, blah, blah. She goes on this fucking tangent. And then she says the line, I won't fail. What was it? I won't
fail at being human.
Yeah, I won't fail as a human being. And I'm like, I failed at being an artist. Fucking get over yourself.
Who do you think you are? Yeah, exactly. She was starting to get me to not like.
But seriously, like, okay, if you're gonna fucking spout that fucking dribble, like, I won't fail as a human being. Eat shit.
Yeah, who do you think you are? No, I'm on the same page with you, man. Like, I'm digging this movie. I really was digging it. And then it just got to her being so whiny. And so I'm just like, you know you might not know he's selling, right? But you know he's doing something illegal. Right. And don't act like you're this high and mighty, you know, get off your soapbox and see what's really going on. It's just it's whatever. She just kind of just irked me the wrong way. Yeah, just wasn't having it. So
you could irk me the wrong way. Oh, old school Bugs Bunny, really?
You know, sometimes you got to bring it out.
That's what she said.
So,
wait, why would she say that?
Okay, now at this point, from there's a lot of Liberia and Nick Cage. You know, he tries. I think he said for 6 months he tries to do it honest, and then
like selling oil or something like that.
And that's when Interpol's listening. And they're like, it's on the up and up, you know, there's nothing going on. And that's when they start getting upset. And all of a sudden, the president of Liberia shows up and says, we have a...
Call me now!
Yeah, okay. Miss Cleo, huh? We have a pressing issue. He's kind of like, I'm not in this anymore. Right. I'm done. And he's like, the president of Liberia is like, you know what? I totally understand. But here's this huge ass diamond I'm going to give you.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, well, okay, fine. I'll go back to selling guns. And I forgot who said it. I think it was Nick Cage. We kept on spouting off, you're the shit. I think it was much earlier, but I have a lot because I don't really have much.
You're the shit.
Yeah, you're the shit. The shit. You're the shit. Oh, and we did pass this, but when he was playing, when he did the brown.
Yeah.
You know, it was big brown cocaine and gunpowder mixed together, and they said they would give it to the kids.
Yeah, it's kind of like amp them up.
Yeah, they would do
battle.
anything because on Liberia they use children soldiers, which I'm reading a book actually about that. I can share with you.
Mr. Fancy Pants.
It's humble reading.
I was reading a book. Some Rodney Dangerfield.
No respect, I tell you.
My wife, she wanted to know why I hit her with the car. I go, I didn't have enough gas to go around you. I'll tell you. No respect.
No respect at all. You fix your tie.
I tell you.
Thank you. Now it's Rodney.
Triple Lindy. I hate it.
That movie.
Fucking
so
stupid.
Much. What was it called again?
Fucking Dum Dum Goes to Chinatown.
I ever did it.
I did it. My eyes are crazy.
I love Rodney Dangerfield. Yeah, so there's a football freak. He's playing football with like kids.
Soccer. Football. Sorry.
I wrote it down. So FUTBO with the dingle.
Football.
And the dingle. Yeah. With the dingle over there.
Yeah. Or whatever.
Dingle.
Sorry.
And so
dingle.
Yeah. So so that happened. Now back to where we're at now. He's back to working with Liberia and everything, and then he brings his brother. So throughout all this, his brother is in and out of rehab. I would say.
Yes.
But
it's weird that he's like, whenever he goes off to rehab, he does coke off. Like,
he's in the middle seat.
Like that. Yeah. Like,
I liked how the second time he was brought back, he like opened the door and the guy would pull him out. He's like, oh, hey, Rodney. Yeah. And so I think I said Rodney because you said Rodney Dangerfield just in my head. But yeah. And then now, at this time, he's back with his friend. Now it's brothers again because that's how Nick Cage wanted it. He he needed a partner and he wanted his brother to be part of that. Now they're back at it again,
right?
And they were selling to Liberian president, but he's like, no, this isn't the destination it needs to go to. It's more out west. Sierra Leone. Look it up. It's just crazy. Well, it's so hard to explain, you know, in the few minutes we have. So they end up going and Sierra Leone, and then where they're actually doing the bargaining down further away, there's actually almost like a refugee
refugee camp
right there. And without even having the guns, like one of the kids starts running away from the camp, and a woman starts chasing him, and all of a sudden these guys just come out with machetes and just start hacking them to pieces. And that's when Jared Leto sees.
He kind of has this come to Jesus moment.
And Jared Leto, Nick Cage is able to separate. You know, he's like, this is not our war. Yeah. Nick Cage is like, I just sell the guns.
Right.
I don't know.
And he kind of plays out that theme a lot of times. He's like, listen, I'm not the bad guy.
I just sell. I don't know what I sell guns for defense. I don't know what to do with them.
And there's that one. Oh fuck, that one quote that he says. He goes like, you know, cigarettes, like automobiles, like these things kill people, but what I sell at least has a safety switch. I'm like,
exactly.
I'm like, all right, okay.
It does. Yeah,
it doesn't make any better.
Yeah. And so they get hacked to be in. Jared Leto sees a woman and a child get hacked with machetes.
Right.
And then he kind of loses it, but Nick Cage gets him, and kind of like Nick Cage is thinking, "Oh, good, I talked him down, bring him back."
Yeah.
He didn't.
No.
Jared Leto, he finds grenades.
Yep.
And then he's like, you know what? Everyone's gonna have a bad day.
Right.
And then that's when
he hits the guy with the crowbar.
Yep.
And then he throws a grenade in one of the trucks that he's supposed to sell. Fucking thing explodes, and then Jared Leto gets fucking shot by the goons.
Nick Cage runs over to him. He sees that he's got these bullet holes in his chest, and then Nick Cage goes back. He sits.
Well, and he's like at this. He's like if I don't do the deal, I'm fucked. But if I do the deal, like I'm a fucking horrible person.
Exactly. So he ends up finishing the deal. What really got me is the guy he was selling to, no emotion.
Right.
Oh yeah.
He's like, well, we just have to do half the deal now. So he just gives them half the diamonds.
Yep.
You know, because the other half got blown up by the grenade.
Yeah. It really. I don't even know the words to use, because it's not like this is made up. Correct. You know what I mean? This is not.
This is a real thing.
This is a real thing.
Right.
These circumstances might not have happened the way they did in the movie, but this stuff happens. Like this is why the movie was, from what I read from the director, this is what he made the movie to show. Yeah. Kind of like, this is what's going on right now. And like, I saw like the ratings were pretty decent. Like I saw, and like, but what's changed? Could you go to anything and say, you know, this is what's changed to stop small arms sales, to stop legal ammunition being? No, nothing. It kind of makes you like watch this and being like, it makes you sick almost to know that this kind of is going on. It's just like, so far, this movie is really kind of showing you, sure, it's based off of events that have happened. It's not really real, but it is. You know what I mean? It's not like this.
It's based on true events.
This particular story hasn't happened, but you can actually say that the stuff that is going on, you can be like, oh, I could see that happening. Yeah, I could see this happening to that woman. I could see that refugee camp getting demolished. And it's just women and children. You know, 100 women and 50 children just being killed. They're just killed.
Right.
And then what? Nothing. You know, it kind of just, I don't know. Maybe I got more affected. I got affected by it. I don't know. It just kind of, that just doesn't drive me crazy, but it's like, people know this stuff happens. People, and nothing is done. It's just how,
because people can easily make money.
Exactly.
Off of this sort of
they'd
thing.
rather make a buck off of it than, you know, try to save someone's life. And who knows if one of those kids was a genius level, like Einstein thing. It's just that kind of stuff, you know? And who's to say that kid like might not have, I don't know. It's just this kind of stuff affects me more because I know that it's out there. Yeah. You know, and I'll still watch it. I'll still enjoy it, but it always leaves me with a sense of
dread.
Yeah. Of like, okay, like I'm done watching this movie, but I'll guarantee you right now, that something like this is happening across the world.
Oh yeah.
You know, and it's just it makes you sick. It really does. So
I'm depressed now.
well, that's why it's like a depressing movie.
Yeah.
But I think they did a fantastic job not making it depressing.
Right.
You know, ish. Because they're the points where certain things happen, but they don't linger on the points
Right.
that happen.
Right. Yes.
And they move you, and after these kinds of things happen,
yeah.
they push it into something to make you kind of not forget about it, but make you focus on something else.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like his wife, Interpol, you had you shooting to like worrying about Nick Cage more than what's happening to the refugee camp.
So ironically, what gets Nick Cage caught after him like kind of getting out of these, you know, situations throughout the whole movie by him being just kind of really just resourceful and stuff like that. What gets him caught is him transporting his dead brother in this crate, and I guess like he had this kind of just real kind of low grade fucking doctor.
Give him $20.
Yeah. And take out whatever bullets that he could and write up this fake death certificate. But then when he's going through the fucking x-ray machine at the airport, they find one bullet
Behind a rib.
Yep.
Yep.
You know, behind one of his ribs. So then, the ATF comes up to him. They're like, hey, you know, the one guy's like, hey, I'm part of the alcohol.
Tobacco firearms.
Yeah. And he's like, well, I'm going to guess this is in regards to alcohol.
Or tobacco.
Tobacco, right. So that's where he's in the kind of the holding cell. Ethan Hawke has a conversation with him. He's like, you know, we got you on this and this and this and this.
Yes.
This part,
I loved this part.
Absolutely. And I think it fucking speaks truth.
It speaks truth. It made the movie, I think. Like, if this didn't happen in the movie, it would have been an movie. But because this happened...
Welcome to Mad Movies.
Yeah. No, like, it went from, like, being a movie here to being a movie here. Like, I give it that much because, like, what... It was only, 5-10 minutes?
Right.
But that 5-10 minutes, man, just kind of wrapped up everything.
Just to kind of gloss over it, Ethan Hawke's just like, he's like, I fucking got you. Like, you're fucking caught.
And that's what I was thinking. I'm like,
me
it
too.
is over for Nick
His
Cage.
fucking wife, wife and son have left him. His parents have like the mom says, like, both my sons are dead.
Yep.
They've just been, he's like, and Nick Cage is just like, here's what's gonna happen. Because like, he's like, nothing's gonna happen to me. Ethan Hawke's just like, you're delusional. And he goes, no, this is what's gonna happen. Someone's gonna knock on the door. It's going to be someone with a lot of like medals who is a high ranking officer. Yeah. He's going to tell you this is what's happening, you know,
give you accommodation. Right. You did a great job.
Yep.
But
my
boss doesn't want Nick Cage to be in jail because one of the biggest arms dealers is the president of the United States. And it's fact.
And they don't want to get their hands dirty. They want someone like me to get their hands dirty.
Yep.
And, you know, they need someone like me.
Because the president might want that country armed, but Congress might not want them armed.
Right.
American public might want them armed. So they go out to Nick Cage.
Yep.
And Nick Cage is the one that does it.
Yes. And then
that's why.
Yeah, and what he says happens. And sure enough, there's a knock on the door. And he's like, and I forget what he said. He says, not only do I get released, but I get paid to get released. And like it shows him getting like a briefcase full.
Dude. And they did it so well because they didn't just have Nick Cage telling him and then going to Ethan Hawke talking to the guy and then going to him leaving. They had, while Nick Cage was telling Ethan Hawke, they would show a couple seconds of Ethan Hawke listening to the general, the U.S. Army guy. Yeah. And it was just like, because I think if they would have done it, Ethan Hawke, Nick Cage, Ethan Hawke general, Nick Cage leaving, it would have been like, oh, well, that's just how it works. Yeah. But because they did it where Nick Cage is telling Ethan Hawke, and then while Nick Cage is talking, it showed Ethan Hawke talking to the general. Yeah. It kind of made you be like, made it more real. Right. Made it be like, holy shit,
Right, yeah,
dude. Like, really?
Yeah.
Like, I see that happening.
Yeah.
Like, that does not phase me as anything fake. That is something that could happen.
It wasn't cheesy. It was cheesy. It was
matter of fact.
Yes.
It was like, this is something that's going to happen. I'm not lying to you. This isn't something. It almost looks like this isn't something for the movie.
Right.
This is something that we're telling the world that this is happening, and there's nothing you can do about it, and it's going to continue to happen until governments don't need it anymore.
Right.
It makes you be. You're just like, it brings it all together.
Yeah.
To me, it kind of like took the movie and put it in a package and was like, here you go.
Yeah.
This is what the world is.
Yep. That's a good note to end on for as far as like a synopsis.
Well, because after that, it really is like Nick Cage has nothing left, and he just continues selling.
Yep.
I mean, how he does it though, his brother dead. It's just I can't speculate on it because it'll drive me crazy. Right. But it's just, it shows you the kind of mentality needed for somebody who's gonna be an arms dealer. It really does. It's just great ending. Great ending.
Do you recommend it?
Yes. Yes. Big time. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd recommend it.
I would also. The beer?
I really liked it. I didn't think I was going to. I thought it was very good.
I liked it. But it's almost a little too brown for me. If that makes sense.
Well, Belgians aren't as
right.
I think
it's not a stout. It's not a porter. It's a dark ale.
Yeah. You did have pretty good beer yesterday.
I did. I think I'm jaded right now.
Skewed.
Yeah.
Skewed. I would give it a 4.
Oh wow.
I would definitely drink this again. Definitely.
It's good.
It's not a chugging beer, but it's well, with stouts, I almost sip them.
Yeah.
Right. Because with this, I don't need to sip, but it's closer to a
good
stout.
drinkability.
Very good drinkability. That's why I give it a 4. It's it's good taste. I enjoyed it. It was really good.
3.25 for me, I'd say.
I'd say 3.0.
I'd definitely buy this again. It was really good.
Top 3. Oh wait, no. Or do you want to do facts first?
Facts.
There aren't.
Oh wait, would you recommend it?
Yeah, I'd recommend the movie.
Did you ask him? I don't remember.
Yeah, you said yes.
I don't remember things. I don't listen.
Typical man. Hey, how many of you hate your man?
Your man never found a man.
Don't you hate it when your man found in the bed?
We actually already went over all the trivia except for the fact that no U.S. studio would back the film. So international finances were secured instead.
That doesn't scream conspiracy.
That does not surprise me at all. Not
interesting.
Well, I think I remember seeing the IMDb rating for this.
Yeah.
It was like a 7.2 out of 10. Like it was
conspiracy. Bunkers. Secret bunkers.
Oh, okay, Jesse.
That's right. Let's go down to Mexico.
Budget was $50 million.
Ooh. I don't think it made a lot.
What do you think what the box office was?
175.
What the fuck?
345
billion.
I'll go 73.
Oh, 72.6 million.
Hey,
good job.
I'm pretty good at this.
You are. I'm horrible.
Bunkers.
I love how he talks.
Seashells by the seashore.
Yeah, I like it. It's good. Hey, Vince. You ever listen to him and Vince McMahon do commentary together?
Yes, I have. Those were the golden years right there.
The commentary now is, it's garbage.
Slobber knocker.
Yeah, compared.
Dude, I watched a clip of Jerry Lawler having a heart attack live on TV.
You watched it? I saw it live.
What? You were there?
No, like TV live. They didn't cut to him. They kept the show going.
But you could see in my arms. I'm like, oh, that's super fucked up.
I'm pretty sure.
That's fucked up, dude.
Dude, when Owen Hart.
I know. They kept doing the show. Like, that's fucked up, dude.
You want to know the reasoning?
Conspiracies.
The McMahons are
reasoning-
fucked up.
The reasoning behind it is because I'm sorry, we're gonna barf.
Barf or burp?
No, it's the combination. I'm good. So the reason behind it is because they're thinking, and not just the McMahons, but also like the show must go on. That is really their thinking behind it. I know. I am on the same. They should have stopped it with Lawler. They should have stopped it with Owen. They should have stopped it with Brett Screwjob. I don't care.
Oh yeah, it was pretty jacked up there. Yeah,
But it's money.
It's weird.
Money. Dude, Lord of War. Money. It's full circle, bro. Full circle.
Top 3.
Top 3. What did we watch? Did we watch any other movies?
15.
Mandy.
Okay, I'm ready. Do you want me to go first? Mandy. Lord of War.
Oh,
Firebirds.
interesting.
I've never seen Lord of War, but
Yeah.
I really.
Yeah, this was my first time seeing it.
I really enjoyed it very
Interesting.
much.
Okay.
Very
Okay.
much. Okay.
I've also had a change up.
Oh, shit.
Mandy, Con Air, Lord of War.
Oh, damn.
Very nice.
Oh, shit. I feel so like, I feel so guilty now. I liked it, but not that much.
Go with your heart, man.
Go with your heart. Listen to your heart.
I use a lot of like lines from things when I get a little tipsy with booze. 'Cause I didn't just have beer, so
Yeah,
let me just say that
we have
right
been
now.
drinking coffee and scotch.
Yeah, coffee and scotch. Yeah,
We should probably drink more after this.
peeing so much.
I would say, what'd you say?
That's why I've been peeing so much.
Oh.
I've had like 5 cups of coffee today. I'm exhausted still.
No morning, friend.
I should just go to my. I could probably get in. No, can I? Sorry, go ahead.
Mandy, Vampire's Kiss. The Rock?
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah. I'm surprised that Lord of War was in the top 3.
I would recommend this movie.
So for each
So
of you,
much.
what movie did it bump off your
8
top 3?
millimeter.
8mm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. 8mm off. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's not saying it won't come back, but as of right now,
Yeah.
I think maybe it's because I watched it.
Yeah,
this
it's fresh in your
morning,
brain,
it's
yeah.
fresh, but man, I'd recommend this movie. Yeah.
was good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Interesting,
Mandy,
okay.
Mandy number 1, definitely
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
recommend out of all of them. But this is the second. I'd be like, you have to
Yeah.
watch Lord of War.
Interesting,
And
okay.
it's not, I mean, I think what really did it, Nick Cage was fantastic. I think he did
Yeah.
a great job in this.
Agreed.
Out of all his movies, besides Mandy.
Right.
Besides Mandy. I think out of all of them, he really showed his acting chops in this, man,
he was
because
pretty good in, what was the last movie we watched?
Whatchamacallit?
National Treasure.
National Treasure.
He wasn't bad in that either.
It seems like the further on he's getting into his movies, the more he's growing in his craft.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like it's sure he was playing almost like the same character. What?
Well, no, you say that now, but I'm just thinking of the next movies that are coming up.
Oh, just wait. Yeah, of course. Well, it almost seemed like I said, like I think around Con Air time, he started.
He's hitting his stride.
Yeah, he hitting his stride. Yeah, and then he started because before that he was playing almost the same guy.
Bit.
And there was the accents. There was the
Lots of accents.
And I really think that's what he used to kind of separate himself from other characters. Sure, they said be more of a douchebag in this movie, be more of a nice guy. There was that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But you could tell now he's able to like know what a scene calls for, I guess you'd say, in these kind of movies. And I think this is really, Lord of War is really the standout so far in that type of acting he's been doing. And I think it's really great.
Next movies coming up are The Weatherman and The Wicker Man. So
I was going to yell it. I'm not going to.
I've never seen Wicker Man.
You've never seen The Wicker Man?
No. I've seen clips and it looks batshit crazy.
It's a remake. I don't know if you knew that.
Yes. Oh, I think
of a Christopher Lee movie.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep. It is.
Don't point and laugh. Well, I mean, monkeys point.
Fine.
Fist bump.
No, Wicker Man.
Yeah.
And then I think I heard.
I've never seen Weatherman.
I heard Weatherman's a hot mess.
Yeah.
I've never seen Weatherman. I've seen Wicker Man. I cannot wait.
That's the one where he like runs up in the bear costume, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh man, it's gonna be
Very
great.
excited.
So,
I'm very excited.
Yeah, these next two are gonna be gonna be great. So
very good.
Yeah, we did the beer. We did so there you go.
I do have to pee.
Yes. I was like, where's it going with this?
I do.
Yeah, I gotta pee. I already peed during the show. I gotta pee now. Man, my bladder must be like this big.
Just drinking all the fluids.
Well, good. I can pee now. All right, bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, probably mostly gentlemen, best thing you can do is support us and like us and comment on each specific kind of platform that you can. If you're going to watch us on YouTube, subscribe and like us and comment. If you're going to listen to us, probably listen on YouTube at a Podcast Addict and Stitcher and like, comment, and then we'll see you then. I only got 3 more seconds. Bye-bye.